In step 5, your objective is similar to the previous step, to light the LED by pressing push button 1. This time, however, the relay will keep the LED lit even after push button 1 is released. Before we begin, let's take a moment to cover the new parts that we will use in this step. This is the self-holding circuit. This is sometimes referred to as a self-preservation circuit because it allows the relay to provide power to itself. The self-holding circuit works by sacrificing one of its own switch sets in order to continue to provide power even when the push button is released. Let's take a look at how this works. Here you can see that we have connected the power to pin 13 and connected the opposite end, pin 9, to the relay's coil, pin 1. This way the push button is bypassed when the relay is activated. Open your workbook to activity 5.1. For this step, these are the symbols you will use. Once again, take care when numbering the relay terminals. Pause the video now and begin. The diagram in activity 5.1 is similar to activity 4.1 from the previous step, however, with the addition of the self-holding circuit. Here you can see the completed diagram. Just as before, when push button 1 is pressed, relay 1 is activated. When relay 1 is activated, the LED in turn is also activated. This time, however, when push button 1 is released, the second switch set of the relay continues to power the relay, keeping the LED on. Open your workbook to activity 5.2. For this step, you will use the diagram in activity 5.1 to help you to draw the wiring diagram for activity 5.2. Pause the video now and begin. Activity 5.2 is a little more challenging with the introduction of the self-holding circuit. Just as before, when you press push button 1, the relay is activated. The LED, connected to the relay's first switch set, turns on. However, in the previous step, when push button 1 is released, the LED would turn off. In this step, relay 1 is connected to itself through the second switch set, shown here. When push button 1 is released, the second switch set continues to provide power to relay 1. For activity 5.3, you will use your previous diagrams from activity 5.1 and 5.2 to physically wire the circuit board. Pause the video now and begin. How did you do? This is how the board should look when wired. Just as before, power flows through the push button to the relay coil when activated. This time, when the relay is activated, it not only powers the LED through the first switch set, but also provides power to itself through the second switch set. This bypasses the push button after it has been released and will continue to provide power until interrupted. Congratulations! You have just completed step 5.